So this month is probably going to go down as the beginning of when more Americans started watching the evening news and the news in Korea, in Korean, than at any other time in history. And if you've been watching the news today like I have, out of Korea, you would know that it's not good. I just want to tell you, like, the one thing that you need to be concerned about is face, is how a person is respected in public, how we speak to people in public, how we treat each other in public, and the respect that we give each other. And that's it. In any kind of public space, in any kind of business deal, and in any kind of negotiation, and in any kind of press. And I am watching both the news out of South Korea, plus what the politicians are saying over there. And I don't think America has grasped yet what is to come. Whatever the relationship was with the United States and Korea has likely just ended and is not something that they're going to get past. And it is also likely something that is going to have massive international ripples. I'm also seeing the news from the folks in that little region of Georgia where they're trying to still spin it in their favor and tell a story about how these people did wrong and that people did wrong and these folks did wrong. And the reality is like what you probably don't realize is the longer that continues and the longer the authorities kind of roll that thing, then this side over here sees that as continued disrespect. Meanwhile, we're literally hearing from a lot of those young people that were picked up at that plant. They're already on social media. They're already posting videos about how they were treated, what their story is, how long they've been here. You know, this is the reality of open media, is that people are going to be able to verify what the story really is, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear by the end of this week, get ready, that both LG and Samsung are going to pull the majority of their business out of this country. Yeah, and you might remember, and that might sound shocking to a lot of people and far-fetched, but even with the investments they made, they're going to feel it's safer for them and their people to not be here. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. This side over here is going to say that they were all here smuggled in illegally and there was all these things that were bad going on. Well, that's an honest argument to make. If it was factual, right? It would be an honest and good argument to make if it was factual. But, you know, I'm sure that there's going to be some things that come out from this side that are accurate and that do tell that story and that do say this person here, that person there. You know why I know that that's going to come out? Because it's going to have to come out. Our administration is now going to be faced to have a standoff with South Korea in the press, which is already a losing proposition to them because our people got arrested. We were over there working and we were doing the USA a solid. Makes sense now, right? Everything's about face. The Korean government's already winding up to take assertive action. If you've been watching their news, it's not good. And what Americans don't realize is Koreans are more conservative than they are. I don't think that Americans realize how conservative normal Koreans are. Outside of anime culture, outside of all the things that get exported from media and television, Koreans are they're very conservative. Most of them, all, if not all of them, go to church. You know, and I can't see this having good resolution in the coming weeks. And, you know, people in Georgia are upset and should be rightly upset because now this is an international problem on both sides, right? All right. But Hyundai is likely going to pull up out of the United States. That's my bet. And they'll probably, with Samsung and LG, Hyundai, and Kia, they're probably going to say that this relationship we had is no longer working.